Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I want to publicly clarify one specific event from my past that has been misrepresented. Several events have been inaccurately retold, but today I am addressing only this one incident. Recently, my mother shared a version of this event that reverses the roles, minimizes her actions, and portrays me as the aggressor. I am correcting the record because silence protects false narratives, and I believe that if I had publicly corrected this sooner, it would not still be coming up today. Here is what actually happened. This incident occurred when I was 18 years old. One evening, I came home from school and decided that I was not going to church that day. You can find more details of this in Chapter 3 of my memoir, Shattered Silence, A Journey of Survival and Healing, or you can listen to Chapter 3 right here on this channel. When I made the decision not to go to church, my clothes and my school folder were thrown out of the house into the yard. They were not placed neatly or put in a bag. They were scattered on the ground because my mother was angry. While she was berating me the whole time, I did not respond. There was no arguing, no backtalk, no confrontation. Silence in a situation like that is often a survival response, hoping that the situation will de-escalate. I picked up my folder because I valued my education and placed it on the bed. She immediately took the folder and threw it outside again, expecting me to leave. I stayed outside while she continued berating me. No grabbing, no physical confrontation initiated by me. That was not my character then, and it is not my character now. I have always been a reserved person, and I respond only when necessary or consistently provoked, as anyone would. Because I did not react, the situation escalated. She picked up the pile of clothes and began walking angrily toward the main road, saying she was going to throw my clothes there. This was a public area with bars, shops, and people present. Her intention was public humiliation, not discipline or understanding. At that point, already embarrassed and frightened, I ran and grabbed the clothes to stop her before she opened the gate. I did not touch her. I only held the pile of clothes. At that moment, she released the clothes, turned toward me, grabbed me, and began biting me on my back repeatedly, moving from one spot to another as I tried to get away. I did not have hold of her at any point. A neighbor who lived in the tenement yard was standing in her doorway and witnessed this. She repeatedly shouted my mother's name, saying, "Let her go. Let her go." My mother ignored her and continued biting me. After I finally broke free, my body reacted in shock and survival. I turned and punched her once. She ran into the house and retrieved a machete from under the bed, then came back toward me. I ran inside and pushed the neighbor out of her doorway so that I could lock myself inside, because I could not lock the door with her standing there, preventing it from locking. Once inside, I secured the door to protect my life. She struck the aluminum window several times with enough force to bend it out of shape, continuing to shout curses. At one point, she lifted her breasts toward the sky in a curse, saying, "Lord, you see these breasts that this child sucked." If I had gone back outside, I might not have survived. After the police left, I mustered the courage to face her. I went and apologized, perhaps over-apologized, treated the wound with warm water, prayed, and forgave quickly, as I was very heaven and rapture conscious. I did not retaliate beyond that single moment. This had never happened before, and it has never happened since. Later, as I was apologizing, she shared a bit of her own unresolved trauma, including accusations she made toward me that mirrored similar accusations she faced when she was growing up. I recognized that it seemed as if she wanted all the negative patterns or negative experiences that had happened to her to happen to me as well. Still, the pattern remained. Context removed, my response was exaggerated, and she continued to present herself as restrained, which was false. It's important to note that the biting was not an unusual behavior. It was a known pattern. An older woman in the tenement yard had even nicknamed her vampire. That context is always removed from her retellings. Now here is her version of the event. She claims all she did was place my folder on the step, that I grabbed her and started a fight, and that she had to bite my hand for me to let her go. She even claims the neighbor and I planned together to call the police on her. This version is false. The folder was outside in the yard, not calmly on a step. I did not grab her. I grabbed the clothes. She bit my back, not my hand. The neighbor was outside witnessing the incident, not conspiring with me. If I were the aggressor, why would a witness be telling her to stop? Her version is vague and intentionally misleading. She now claims she did not intend to hurt me with the machete and only meant to slap me. That explanation does not make sense. Why would she retrieve a machete from under the bed instead of a belt or another object? Why strike the aluminum window repeatedly? A machete is a deliberate escalation and a deadly weapon. Let me be very clear. This incident was not about a folder. I reacted to extreme aggression. I did not initiate it. Silence allowed the story to be twisted and perpetuated for years. I am sharing this to correct the record, not out of bitterness, but out of commitment to truth. For those who think this could have been handled privately, it could not. I was disowned and blocked. When contact did occur, it was not for reconciliation but for cursing, threatening, and verbally attacking me. When someone blocks you, disowns you, or refuses responsibility, they forfeit the right to control the narrative privately. When false narratives are repeated and shape how someone is perceived, the truth has the right to be clarified openly. More details are in Chapter 3 of Shattered Silence, a journey of survival and healing. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. See you in the next video. Blessings.